One of my favorite quotes about education from Yeats is that education is not the filling of a pail, but rather the lighting of a fire. I see my role as instructor being more than an expert. I see it as being a facilitator, to inspire and encourage students learning about the field and learning from each other as well as from me.
I had previously done my undergrad in art history, and I had graduated in 2009, which was at the beginning of the recession. And there was not so many jobs within the art world, and I was feeling very frustrated coming out of college. I had decided that I wanted to do more schooling, and a few of my friends that were attorneys had suggested to me to go look into the paralegal program. And I had looked at a few schools, and UCLA Extension was one of them. And after hearing that UCLA Extension had such a good reputation, I had decided to apply there. And when I had gotten accepted, I was just absolutely thrilled.
I'm a cardiac tech here at Santa Monica UCLA Medical Center. And I've reached the top of my profession, and there was nowhere else to go. And I was at the crossroads in my life, at a junction where I needed change. So I looked no further than UCLA Extension. They really cater to what's hot in the market right now, what the job market needs, the hot jobs, especially with the iPhone and the Android classes.
I'm the operations manager for a privately held company in Southern California. We own and operate 55 retail gasoline stations. And I originally decided to sign up for the Personal Financial Planning Certificate Program because I not only wanted to improve my knowledge of personal financial planning, but I found an opportunity to improve and increase my role within our organization.
I moved out from New York to start the UCLA Extension program because I wanted to get involved in the shipping industry. I actually came out here and got a job with a freight forwarder, which is exactly what I wanted to do, but turns out after a few months of working with them, it wasn't quite for me. Now, the extension program encouraged me to look into other things, including the import-export operations, where through the program, it taught me a lot about laws, regulations, cultures, everything that I needed to know to do international business.
Coming to the UCLA Landscape Architecture program has really opened up my eyes to the macro level of landscape architecture that's out there. My background is at a micro level, working with residential, small-scale projects, and all of a sudden now I see a whole new world of parks and urban planning, recreation space for communities, urban planning, fixing up streets and creating green streets. I've always wanted to become a landscape architect, and I can now sit the license exam, and instead of being a glorified gardener, I'm one step closer to calling myself a landscape architect.
What I really love about UCLA Extension is that the teaching is focused on the learn by doing. And when you do your assignments, in the case of film scoring, these assignments become your business cards because these are the music that you produce, and you get the chance to have it and take it to the real world as your demos.
Before taking the certificate program, I had very little knowledge of personal financial planning. And by the time I was done, I felt I could sit down with any professional and have a conversation with them peer to peer.
Right now I have an internship with the LA Chamber of Commerce. It's great because it gets me exposure to all types of cultures and nationalities and different big business people around the world. I like it because my professor here at UCLA Extension encouraged me to do it.
You get to know your professors here. Like now we have a weekly dinner with a lot of my professors from Extension that we go to just to talk about industry or talk about school and whatnot. The camaraderie in Extension is a little bit much more personal, and I like it. I wish I'd known about it a long time ago.
I love Extension because I love learning, and I believe that it doesn't stop at your first degree or second degree, but that learning is a lifelong voyage of discovery. And I especially love getting to work with all of the students and instructors within the program. It's really an incredible community of people.